Hello detectives, welcome back to some more ABC murders. In this episode we're going to continue trying to figure out what happened to Alice Asher. Let's investigate the surroundings here outside of the shop. In specific, I definitely want to speak with this shopkeeper.
4 pence a lettuce, a lovely large lettuce, 4 pence only.
4 pence for a lettuce. Alright, let me go talk to this lady.
Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
6 for strawberries. So let me take a look at her.
This woman appears to be a smoker.
Yes, she does. She's smoking right now. And she's got an ashtray. And she's got cigarettes. Well, I guess that's matches.
She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop.
That makes her kind of shady, because the tobacco box near the victim's body, if you remember that. So, maybe let's break the ice.
How much are your lettuce, please?
A lettuce? That'll be 5 pence, kind sir.
Oh, that's some BS. She was just advertising it for 4.
5 pence?
That's right. Maybe so slightly hard of hearing.
I heard you shouting, a lovely large lettuce, 4 pence only, earlier.
Did I? Well, I must have been mistaken. Begging your pardon. But if I said 4, it's 4. Why not take 2 for 8?
I can't
No,
believe
thank
this
you.
lady.
I was only asking. Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you'll hear about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Huh. Well, what's with this fresh strawberries on the counter, though?
Please try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache? Heh. Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous.
So, she went into the tobacco shop. She for sure did.
I know that you went to the tobacco shop yesterday.
Well?
I'm gonna accuse her.
So you killed Mrs. Asher with a blow to the head.
No!
You asked for a packet of plays. She turned around to take it from the shelf and you hit her. 1 blow.
Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
So I do tend to believe her. She sounds sincere, and she actually narrows down the time of the murder from 5:30 to 11 to 6 to 11, because she was in the shop at 6. So she must have been killed sometime between 6 and 11.
Hey, Poirot. I've found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop, if you want to question her.
Thank you, mon ami.
Alright, so we found the niece, but I do notice this bottle right here that I kind of want to take a look at.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
Gross. I don't know what that's useful for, but let's go ahead and question the niece. Can't talk to the police officer, so let's go. And I can hear her crying. The body's gone. Interesting.
Jap had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
Okay, that makes sense. I still think this is gonna come into play later. These numbers here. Okay, so there's the niece. Let's take a look at her.
Is her grief sincere?
So she's crying. She's got a tissue. And, I guess she's wearing black for mourning.
She appears to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
So let's go ahead and speak with her. This one's pretty obvious. I mean, you're not going to tell the poor lady to quit crying.
You are very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Let's ask maybe about children.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No, she was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt. She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
It's a little bit more specific of a question.
You are not very surprised when you heard what happened?
Oh, but I was. You see, it was a nasty piece of work, but up until yesterday it was just empty threats. He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Does Franz Asher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Huh, that's interesting. So there's a lot of money involved here.
Did Franz Asher extort this money from her?
No, she didn't let him intimidate her. She gave the money quite willingly. He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle. Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jap says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
I don't know, unless maybe she had an inheritance or something along those lines. Let me see what we have here. Let's take a look at the journal. So now we have more information about the niece. Her aunt was her only family. She confirms that Franz Asher is violent. He was afraid of his wife, and the victim gave her husband 5 shillings a week. And then we have the shopkeeper. She runs a fruit and vegetable shop. She smokes. Must have been a customer at the tobacco shop, and she left some strawberries at the shop at around 6 p.m. Didn't see anybody. Okay. Let's go back out front and see what I can find. Look at this drunk.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
So I think that bottle of vodka that we saw outside might do the trick. But let me look at the mess he made here. You knock some things over. What is this? Looks like an accounting.
Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting. It probably contains information about our possible debtors and creditors.
So let's take a look.
Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
Yeah, you can definitely see both of those things. Now, what is that?
A box of new stockings.
Stockings. Alright. And let me see if I can...
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
So it looks like the shopkeeper owed the victim money. Let's go confront her about that and maybe pick up that vodka that's outside as well. Although the little intro scene to the game, if you remember, perhaps already revealed the murderer using that ABC book. So that's kind of interesting.
Strawberries, 6 pence.
What are you doing?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
I need more explanations here.
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Nice, got her to be fully cooperative here. Perfect. And maybe she'll give me the bottle here.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
It's not a bottle of vodka. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Try and get how brain cells to work.
It's vinegar. Why did I think that was vodka? It's a bottle of vinegar. So can we establish the time range in which Mrs. Asher was killed? So yes, she was last. Well, the body was discovered at 11, and the shopkeeper went in at 6, so it must be between 6 and 11. Mrs. Asher was last seen alive at 5:30, but we can narrow that down to 6, actually. Fruit seller did not see anybody in the shop at 6 p.m. Huh, that's not right. I guess, just because she... Oh, because the body's hidden behind the counter. That's kind of dark, so the shopkeeper might have been a foot away from the body and just not seen it. There we go. So she was killed between 5:30 and 11. Can we reduce the time range, and why? Well, there you go. I was just one step ahead of the game. Body's not visible. That makes sense. So she was killed between 5:30 and 6. Alright, perfect. So let's go ahead and question the guy here. So let's see.
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
So let me use the vinegar on him.
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours, and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
Now, I don't know why he's saying that it's between 5:30 and 6, because you don't really know that. What if the shopkeeper came in at 6, but Mrs. Asher was in the back doing something, and then she came back out and got killed before 11? I don't know, I think he's jumping to conclusions here.
This man is in rather a bad state.
Yes, he is. He's got a black eye, he's got a bloody lip. His clothes are disgusting.
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
Let's go ahead and talk to him. Let's accuse him right off the bat.
We know that you threatened to kill your wife, Asher.
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
So, if things were going so well with your wife, why did you not live with her?
She was the one that left. Nothing to do with me, sir.
So he definitely treated her badly.
You can't have treated her very well for her to run away.
No, sir, no. I wouldn't say I'd ever laid a finger on her, but it was only normal. She was my wife.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
So, I guess let's make fun of him and destroy his ego a little bit.
The truth is that someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright, so let's answer some more questions here, get to the bottom of this mystery. What was Mrs. Asher doing when she was killed? So she was struck in the back of the head, and she fell with some cigarettes, so I think she was grabbing cigarettes from that back shelf, and then somebody smacked her in the back of the head. That's my idea. So yeah, this would collaborate that theory. Packets in a muddle on the shelf, yes. And she has just one wound to the back of the head. She was taking a packet of cigarettes from the shelf. Absolutely.
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he is not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
So what's going on? This music's crazy. Reconstruct the crime's course of events by selecting the actions the killer may have executed. Pretty cool little gameplay mechanic there.
The killer enters the shop.
Yes, he does. So we have to talk to her first.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
Alright, so we want to buy some tobacco.
The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
And then he leaves this at the scene of the crime. Wait a minute, turn around. Oh yeah, because this was face down.
He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Nice. So we got a lot of clues here, but no answers, really. Still a lot of investigating to do.
Asher has a strong alibi, and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Alright, so that concludes the first case, I think. Let's see what's going on.
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot, and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I think this is a perfect stopping point for this episode. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough, and in the next episode, we are going to try to get to the bottom of this whole thing. So be sure to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.